Good evening, friends, business partners. This is KG Mugwena. I'm connecting with you from South Africa. I'm in Pretoria. This is all about Royal Q business opportunity. So please welcome to the future. As we all know that digitalization is taking over the world, and we are sincerely positioning ourselves so that we take advantage of this massive opportunity in the crypto space to download serious dollars with everything in our control. So welcome and be grateful to the person that has shared this opportunity with you, because the same person is actually your sponsor. That is your inviter, the person that has shared this. That is the link for this particular meeting. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, the same person who has sponsored you with this information or who has shared this with you, they actually are going to also issue you with some few referral links, whether it be for a Royal Q or for the exchanges. We have few exchanges that we have partnered with in Royal Q, and these are the biggest exchanges globally, like Binance. So you may find yourself that you do not have a Binance account as yet. Please, I urge you not to go and sign up on Binance without a referral link. It is more beneficial for you when you sign up with a link, because you'll be part of the affiliate program of Binance, and then you will benefit some rebates by so doing. And like when you just go to the official website, then you open yourself an account, there are no benefits when you do like that. But when you are linked to the person who has shared this opportunity with you, it means they will issue you with their exchanges referral link, and by so doing, there are benefits that are attached to that. So we are pushing this opportunity simply because of how excited we are about where money is today. As you look on the screen, the evolution of money. Ladies and gentlemen, money keeps on changing over time, and that's the reason why we are making a lot of noise, and not just making noise, but we are involved into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies trading, and also blockchain projects and so forth, because we embrace the power of blockchain and digital assets and decentralization of money. We want to see people and ourselves continuing to have control and ownership over the monies that we earn over a period of time. Money started very low here with bartering, as you can see, where individuals had to exchange products through or services and so forth by means of bartering. And then as time went by, it became difficult for people to be forced to carry certain natural products and so forth, for instance, to exchange when transacting. And gold was introduced as a store of value, whereby a certain quantity of gold will be equated to a certain amount of products, whether it be agricultural products and so forth, or service, for instance. And then when gold was being used as a store of value, it means now you were not forced to go to a marketplace with agricultural products when you need something in exchange, but you will just make use of your gold and then acquire services and products and so forth. It kept on being like that. And at some point, carrying gold to the marketplace, for instance, became a very daunting task, for instance, because of issues of transportation and then considering weight, logistics, and all kinds of stuff. So the people had to do what? To switch to paper money was introduced. And at some point, paper money was backed by gold, meaning that when you have a certain amount of paper money or banknotes, ladies and gentlemen, that was actually an indication of the amount of gold that you had involved or in store, for instance. So now it continued like that, where now people, businesses, individuals kept on transacting using banknotes, knowing that a certain quantity will actually be a representation of gold that an individual had in store for themselves. So it was used as a legal tender, for instance. So that became beautiful. But as we speak of today, there is no paper money or any fiat currency, ladies and gentlemen, that is backed by any commodity like gold. Any paper money you see anywhere in the world, starting with the United States dollars, is backed by nothing but just the word of the government that issues it. So it's just as simple as that. So, and we know also what is eroding this paper money or fiat currency or government money, for instance, as a legal tender, issues of inflation, political situations, and so forth, whereby economies of the world get shaken and so forth. And with time, certain fiat currencies get weakened and weaken over time. And in fact, this is the case with all fiat monies. So now, as time went by, carrying a lot of banknotes became practically not conducive, for instance, for people. You can't say, for instance, carry huge amounts of banknotes to go and perform transaction, carrying it in bags and so forth. No. That's why now, as the evolution kept on proceeding, plastic money was introduced. So with plastic money, you now are able to go to the ATM, get a quantity of paper money that you need, for instance, and not only that, you are also able to go to a point of service, for instance, at a store, at a supermarket, and so forth, to do what? Or at a restaurant, you are able to simply swipe and then get a transaction fulfilled, just like that. Today, you are even able to just tap, because there are some QR codes that get transactions performed just like that. So this is beautiful. So plastic money, yes, is still tangible, and you also are able to perform online transactions with it, or payments with the 16-digit number on the card and the CVV number at the back of the card. You then are able, like even including the expiry date of that particular card, you are able to fulfill your online transactions. So as we speak of today, we have another form of money that is so advanced and it's 100% digital. And that's what we speak of as a Bitcoin, because this is the first crypto asset that was introduced in 2009. That is the first transaction of Bitcoin, which was performed on the 3rd of January 2009. But the white paper of Bitcoin was introduced in October 2008. And ladies and gentlemen, now, this money is 100% digital, and you do not require government approval for you to participate in it. And you actually have to have access to the internet for you to have your own Bitcoin or many other crypto assets that we're going to be mentioning in our meetings as you continue to attend these kind of sessions. Like on Mondays, we share this great opportunity with you. And then other days also, we go into trading, showing people how to accumulate more profits, more buying power, more money for themselves by trading with our application of executing trades, that is buying and selling cryptocurrencies in our own exchanges without having to risk any loss of our capital, meaning that we don't take our capital, depositing it to third parties, but it stays in our own exchanges. So these are the things that you're going to be learning as you engage with us. Now, you can see when you look at the arrangement of these pictures or icons here, you can see actually an exponential growth. And indeed, when you look at the growth of Bitcoin today, ladies and gentlemen, there is no asset that has grown to the level of Bitcoin today globally. Not even gold actually comes close to this. And many people actually call Bitcoin a digital gold. Now, imagine having money that you are in full control of. You have ownership of 800%, money that cannot be frozen by your authorities, whether it be, say, your central banks and so forth. So money that cannot be influenced by political situation in your country, for instance. I know of countries whereby their fiat currencies have been abolished simply because governments failed in those countries and the economies, inflation, and so forth. And eventually, nobody is transacting, or no country actually is pairing their own money or fiat currency with currencies of those countries. So that is a complete failure. As a matter of fact, actually, such currencies have been abolished. Say, for instance, when you think of Zim dollar, because that's my neighboring country, there is no Zim dollar today. They are making use of the United States dollars, but their own currency has been abolished, for instance. So it's possible now. Imagine if you've been accumulating your wealth in Zim dollar. It means at some point that was dissolved to nothing. It was abolished just like that. Now, individuals had to start from the scratch, starting accumulating their own. And as we speak of today, majority of Zimbabweans are still not at peace with banking. Like I interact with a lot of them in South Africa. They prefer to keep their own monies, even though you encourage them to say, when you transact with them, you may encourage them to give you their bank accounts. Most of them are not banking simply because of the experience that they've had in their own country, where monies that were in their banks just vanished like that. And initially, it was felt like it was just a joke, for instance, but it became a reality. And in the long run, people now had to become economic migrants. Now they found themselves leaving their own country, going to other countries and so forth in search for better economic opportunities. So this is what can happen to any country, to be honest with you. But we don't want to get into such politics, for instance, because what we love about Bitcoin, for instance, is that it is standing on its own, and it actually does not require anybody to promote it and so forth. All you need to do is accumulate it for yourself. It is transacted on a permissionless ledger, or a trustless ledger. You don't need somebody to come and approve your own transaction. You perform transactions yourself, and then authentication of transactions are done by miners. So there is no room for manipulation whatsoever. So you're going to love working with Royal Q in terms of trading, thereby accumulating your own crypto portfolio over time, so that you have more Bitcoins, you have more Ether, more other kinds of cryptocurrencies and so forth to your name, because this is money that you can take anywhere in the world and spend it at will without any fear of that which is yours being confiscated or frozen by financial regulatory bodies and so forth, because nobody owns or regulates Bitcoin, for instance. If you keep your money in the United States dollars, United States has the power over that money. It is their own property. If you keep your money in Naira, Nigeria, for instance, central bank has power over that. It is their own property. If you keep your money in rands, for instance, in South Africa here, Reserve Bank has the power over that money. If they ask you questions and you're not able to answer them to their satisfaction, they can simply freeze that money. And they can also make it impossible for you to access it ever again. You see, that's what is happening. But with Bitcoin, when you work very hard to accumulate your own Bitcoin, you know, you're creating a legacy for yourself and for your loved ones also. That is the power of evolution of money. So we'll be moving through and through. Please understand that in Royal Q, we are transacting in crypto. Everything that we do here, it's in crypto. Hence, we use digital banks of cryptocurrencies. Now, these are the markets that we transact in or we participate in as we trade, like Bitcoin. You can see Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple. You're going to see these kind of markets as we push through and through. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to participate in Royal Q, for instance, you will need to do what? Convert your own fiat currency. Your fiat currency is your government money. In South Africa, we're speaking of rand, for instance. You will deposit it, giving you an example, to your Binance, and then from Binance, you'll convert it to a crypto like USDT, for instance, which is equivalent to a United States dollar. And from there, you will then be able to trade in your exchange continuously, trading different cryptocurrencies and so forth. You're going to learn about this. Your sponsor is going to take you through that process as to what is it that you will need to do for you to have your own crypto, to own, whether it be Bitcoin or to trade it and so forth. So now we are doing quantitative trading. We're buying quantities, ladies and gentlemen, of these crypto assets at certain prices, and then we are selling them at higher prices through and through, generating some good dividends from those transactions over a period of time, just like that. Now, in terms of safety, you are not giving your funds or your capital to Royal Q. It never stores that, but it remains in your own digital bank. Digital bank, here we are speaking of exchanges. People who trade Forex, for instance, you might have heard of them mention platforms like brokers or brokerage firms where someone is trading Forex using a certain broker. Obviously, I can't mention their names here because here we don't do Forex, we do crypto. We trade cryptocurrencies and we don't trade with borrowed monies, for instance. We are doing spot trading, meaning that there is no risk of losing your capital or blowing your account. There is no such with Royal Q. With the methods that we are using to trade, we are simply doing spot trading and then buying certain quantities at certain prices and selling them at better prices and using the robot to execute those trades. You're going to learn more about that as you get involved with the business. Now, with the quantitative trading strategy, it's very easy, and transactions of buying and selling are done for you by the robot, meaning that you will not need to go into your exchange and click the markets and select the coin manually and then placing quantities, prices, and all those kind of stuff. No, the robot will be doing everything for you in your exchange, performing those transactions from the robot side. And you will get to do that as you attend our sessions, and you'll see how powerful this is. And it is artificial intelligence. And then the algorithms take place 24/7, 365 days. So no public holidays, ladies and gentlemen. The robot will continue to trade for you. And then no matter the markets are rising or falling, the bot will do what it's needed for you so that you continue to enjoy making profits out of the cryptocurrencies. To operate the application of Royal Q is simple and easy. You will be taken through that process, ladies and gentlemen, and everything that the robot does for you is in real time. Everything that it does for you, it's in real time. It means when the robot sells any coin, you will see your profits in your exchange right at that time. And remember, security. You don't need to worry whether markets are rising or markets are falling. When markets are falling, the quantity stays as is, or the robot will continue to even increase it. So there is no losing of your crypto assets here. There might be reduction in the value, but there will be increase in the quantity because the bot will continue to buy low according to your trading capital. Now, to download the application is free of charge. You don't need to pay for downloading, for instance. And once you have gotten yourself the Royal Q application as a free member, for instance, you will be able to learn so many things about quantitative trading strategies. What is the floating laws? You will even learn how to perform steps that needs to be taken for one to integrate Royal Q with Exchange. And that is an IT technical steps that are taken there. Such education you learn for free following Royal Q processes. So you get knowledgeable with regards to what to do actually to connect your application to massive platforms like Binance and so forth. Now, proceeding with our session, moving to the next slides, you can see that Just reiterate, to download, it's free of charge. You don't need to pay anything to download. And the strategies of RoyalQ, ladies and gentlemen, to trade cryptocurrencies, this is the most reliable system for yourself to come and trade, whether it be Bitcoin or Ether or Ethereum and so forth. It is the most reliable because your money is in your control. You're not giving it to anybody, and you are able to continue to trade with peace of mind. So quickly, I want to actually highlight something very important here. I hope I will get what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is what I want. So when you check here, you can see that annual subscription is 120. And also at the bottom there, you may be able to see that we have a performance. I want this to appear nicely, even on your phones, but you are also able to zoom that. At the bottom here, ladies and gentlemen, you are able to see that performance fee is 20%. I need to stress more on this one. To get the application connected for you in your own exchange, which will be doing it yourself, you will only be able to do so after you have paid for your subscription, which is 120 USDT or 120 US dollars per annum. And once that has been done, you'll then be able to enjoy trading through this application with the money that you have in your exchange. For instance, we normally recommend at least $240 as a beginner. That's the minimum. However, you shouldn't stay there. Although you can trade also with lesser than that, but what we recommend is 140 USDT. What happens is this: as the trading takes place, the company will claim 20% of its profit sharing of the performance fee through what we call gas or fuel fee. This gas, ladies and gentlemen, it is paid by you up to the RoyalQ side. The same way you send money for the annual subscription to RoyalQ is the same way you'll be sending gas money, for instance. So meaning that your capital stays in your own exchange, but your gas money or your fuel money is paid to the RoyalQ the same way you send 120 USDT. I'll give you an example. If you send 140 to RoyalQ, it means 120 will be used for the subscription, and then the remaining $20 will be used for the gas fee, meaning that every time when RoyalQ makes a profit for you in your exchange, what RoyalQ will do is that in real time, it will deduct part of its profit sharing from that $20. By the time when all the $20 has been depleted or consumed or deducted, it means in your exchange, the system or the bot or the robot would have actually made $100 for you. If you send, say, $200 to RoyalQ for gas, by the time when the robot finishes the $200, it means you have $1,000 in your exchange that would have been generated by the robot, just like that. Because the robot, we don't give it permission to make withdrawals. When we set it up, we don't give it permission to make withdrawals against our exchange. So it must deduct part of its profit sharing from what we feed it with, from that which we deposit into the system. And this is something very good. It's important for everybody to know this, so that you understand that if you are trading, say, with 10,000 US dollars, the person who informed you of this opportunity will not be paid anything from your 10,000 US dollars, for instance, or even the robot or the company will not deduct anything from your 10,000, because your 10,000 is your capital. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. This is not a pyramid scheme, because what Ponzi schemes do is they don't trade of the truth. What they do is they take participants' capital to pay other people. They take Paul's money to pay Peter simply because Peter brought someone on board, and that part of that capital will be used to pay return on investments to others. That is why at some point Ponzi schemes collapse. But with Royal Q, we've been growing stronger and stronger ever since I started with the business in 2021, the 10th of July. We've never had issues whatsoever in terms of cash flow because Royal Q does not have money of the participants, but participants' capital is in their own exchanges. What I have in my exchange is different to what you have in your exchange, and the strategy that I set up may differ to the one that you have set up because it is according to that which you have, and Royal Q does not know what you have. You are the one who apply according to what you want to expose to your capital and so forth. And that is the reason why the 20% of Royal Q, it is shared with the community members. And that is something very powerful. And even that 20%, like up to actually 90% of profit sharing goes back to community members that Royal Q knows they are assisting those who are coming on board with setting up of their accounts and doing everything that needs to be done to run a business of this magnitude, a business that gives participants full control over their monies so that we continue to enjoy our profits with peace of mind, knowing that everything that we do is in our own control. So you continue after you've paid your subscription to enjoy your trades just like that, ladies and gentlemen. You continue to enjoy because everything you do here is in real time. And the application is able to take you through the bulls and the bear. Whether the market is pumping or the market is it's going down, you don't worry about that. The system will continue to trade for you in real time. Just imagine everything that the board does for you is triggered in real time. It sells for you that which it has sold. You will see it in your exchange without any form of latency or a delay. And that's the reason why we are selling a business of this nature with you, continuing to promote it because of what we get. So now you can see, ladies and gentlemen, these are revenue details. Revenue details in this regard simply mean that profits that gets generated in your exchange. What you see here is that it's what the system is trading with. And then as the system trades, profits will be coming on daily basis, depending on what is happening in that particular coin. Sometimes it may not be each and every day because the coin that, let's say for instance, you're trading one coin. If you're trading only one coin, you may find that certain days that coin is not doing well. But if you are trading different coins, different coins tend to perform differently all the time. So as you can see on this particular account here, it generated in the Binance exchange here on the 24th of December, that is 2023 here, last month, so to speak. You can see that this particular account made $521 here. But on a Christmas day, this account made $134. But on the Boxing Day, like on the 26th, you can see it made $1,177. What does this mean to you? This shows you that this is not a Ponzi scheme. This is not a pyramid scheme. This is a real business of trading where everything is yours, where you are in full control of the profits that are being generated. But with Ponzi schemes, they will promise you a fixed amount. You'll see each and every day, if you are trading with 1,000 capital, for instance, you'll be receiving a fixed amount every day. Whether markets went up or down, you'll just be receiving a fixed amount. And it is what it is. That is what happens with pyramid schemes. Look at this particular account. You can see on the 19th, it produced $6. We are on a different account here. These are just records. You can see here, the one that we're at, this one produced $4,172. And then here are only trading results, ladies and gentlemen. only trading results, no referral bonuses here, only trading results which take place in the exchange. If you see here, $4,172 is around 80,000 rands in South Africa, generated in a short space of time, simply because markets were doing well. Just as simple as that. So if the capital was given to a third party, to a Ponzi program, your money is gone, and then you may have been receiving small amounts, and you may find that that platform does not even last 3 months, for instance, and you lose it all. But here you made 80,000 rands or 4,000 US dollars, and you still have your capital in your control. And these profits are in your control. Everything is in your exchange. Peace of mind. This is a game changer in the world of cryptocurrencies, because you don't give anybody your money. Here is an account that made $30, which is around 584 rands here. And then you can see, look at this. You can see on the 19th, $6. On the 20th, you see $9 there. And then on the 21st, which was yesterday, you can see it made $15. What does that tell you? It shows you that days are not the same. Days are not the same, and activity takes place like that. You can look at this one. On the 14th, $2. On the 15th, $6. On the 16th, $14. On the 17th, $21. So meaning that if somebody comes to an opportunity of this nature and they go like, how much am I going to make per day? That person is under the influence of a pyramid scheme. You know, that is return on investment platforms. Give us your money, we'll give you this and this per day for something, they say for 300 days, you know, for 300 days, and then you will make 300%, you know, those kind of stuff. So that's what happens. So this one, you don't give anybody anything. You keep your money. It's in your control, and you continue to enjoy trading according to the true nature of what is happening in the markets. Because if you are trading your Bitcoin, you are in control of your Bitcoin. Looking at the time, I'm done with the trading side of the business. You have seen that trades take place, ladies and gentlemen. You have seen that which is being traded takes place in your own exchange. Now, there's a second part of the business, which is the rewards plan or the compensation plan, which is 100% optional. You can stop at the previous slide. You can stop here, trading, and then not sharing this opportunity with anybody. What you see on these 3 different accounts, these are just results of what RoyalQ does. These are just results of trading, ladies and gentlemen. On the 27th, this account made $55. You are just trading. This account, it's yours. You made $55. You go to sleep. You don't need to worry about anything. And then you don't share this opportunity with anybody. The system will continue to generate profits for you according to what you have in your exchange. You don't need to recruit. You don't need to share this opportunity with anybody. Just continue to enjoy trading that takes place according to that which you have in your exchange. However, if you choose to share this great opportunity with other people out there, you will be rewarded for that. And we have a plan in place. And that's what we want to share with you, so that you see what's in it for you, how you're going to be compensated as a business partner. The person who brought you on board, they brought you on board because they are active in the business, because they have paid that 120 US dollars. So you do the same, for instance, by sharing the opportunity also with someone else, just like they did with you. You also stand to be rewarded by RoyalQ. Just as simple as that. So quickly moving forward, I'm going to show you what happens when you have a team that you are building, when you have people that you have shared your referral link of RoyalQ with. Looking onto the system here, you see different days, like starting at the bottom left, you can see here on the 9th of January. Okay, this is this year. Actually, this is the very month we're in. You can see here the account on the 9th of January, it made $481. And then again, on the 10th, it made $275. On the 11th of Jan, $240. And then on the 12th of Jan, it made $468. On the 13th, we see $201. And then on the 14th, you can see on top there, top left, you can see $332. These are profits that have got nothing to do with your trading, but they come as a result of the referral program or the brokerage system of Royal Q. We have a brokerage system, and this brokerage system is going to reward you according to your team, according to the people that you assist, connect their own Royal Qs to their own exchanges, and trade with their own capitals in their own exchange. And then send gas money to Royal Q so that Royal Q deducts 20% of their share. As Royal Q deducts 20% of their share, or activations are done, these are the profits that you will be paid. Suppose this is your account. You brought somebody to the business, they paid $120. From that $120, Royal Q only takes $40, and Royal Q gives back to the community $80. And these amounts of dollars are part of the share of that $80 that will be paid to you accordingly. So this is for one team, and you can see here, this is for a different account, for instance. So these accounts in a blue background, it's about team rewards, for instance. The people who are trading in your structure, as Royal Q deducts profit sharing or activation bonuses, you also are going to be paid in real time what is due to you according to your rank. So the blue area, I repeat, rewards details, which is team details. It's according to the team, the people that are linked to you, and the shares that get paid to you, the commissions, for instance, in real time, so based on your rank and the size of your team. So now this is beautiful. Imagine you can continue to trade for yourself, and as you do, I'm just moving 2 steps back, you'll only have revenue details. Revenue details are just trading results without sharing this opportunity with anybody. So you are making trading results, yes, but you can also switch to team details, where you get rewards details, and then you also get a share of the company's income due to your own efforts or the efforts of those that you work with. So this is something very beautiful. I'm going to be showing you how these details are done in the next few slides, ladies and gentlemen. Let's proceed. Now, you can see inside your Royal Q app, I have 1, 2, 3 pages. Now, page number, the first page on the left hand side, you can see that is where my laser pointer is at. On top there, where there's a tick, a blue tick there, it shows you user benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, even when you are not active as yet, you are able to read information under user benefits, and then that is at the page that you click at the bottom right of your Royal Q app. After you have signed up, please, for free, download the app, and you'll have access to this information. You will see mine page, and then on top there, just below the yellow area, you'll see user benefits with a diamond icon there. Now, user benefits, it means what's in it for you. Rewards that you will get when you partner with Royal Q by simply sharing your link. Can you see at the bottom here, just above the page or the folder of Royal Q feedback, there's share. When you click on share there on your app, you'll get a referral link. You share that referral link, and the person who comes on board, and then they like this business, they'll just sign up with their email, and by so doing, they'll gain access to the Royal Q, and they will be listed in your team. When you click here, you see team. You'll see how the hierarchy of your team is and so forth. There are a lot of things that you're going to learn as a free member, for instance. You see? Now, user benefits, that's what I want to quickly touch on. When you check here, on the middle page, you see in the gray area there, we have a junior broker. We have a junior broker. Yeah, I'm sure you can see on top here, a junior broker. And then, so I'm going to share benefits of a junior broker with you. Why a junior broker, ladies and gentlemen? When you come into the business, by paying 120 US dollars, you become a junior broker. And then as a junior broker, there are benefits that are linked to you. Number one benefit is for you to trade so that you get revenue details. That is so that you make profits in your own exchange. You see, that's it. You continue to trade. You may choose not to share this business with anybody. You just continue to trade. You make profits for yourself, and then you enjoy trading. And it will be up to you if you want to renew next year around the time you activate it or not. You see, it's optional also to renew your subscription with RoyalQ. It's not compulsory. However, you can also choose to take it further and then want to rank up in the business. When you want to rank up in the business, it means from a junior broker, you are moving to a middle broker. So now RoyalQ is showing you a journey from a junior broker to the far right, a middle broker. So this is what will be happening. As a junior broker, your benefits are like this. Direct recommend reward. This is activation reward. This is a referral bonus, for instance. You brought somebody who activated with 120 US dollars. The company will start paying you minimum $30. You brought someone on board as a junior broker, 30 USDT will be paid to you. And not only that, those guys you are bringing who are directly linked to you, as they trade, remember they are sending their gas fee to RoyalQ so that RoyalQ can deduct part of its profit sharing cost. It's working day and night. Subscription does not only give you access to trading, it also gives you access to the resources that we have within RoyalQ: mentorship, leadership, blockchain education, and so many other things, and also business side of the business. That there are so many things that you're going to learn, and you can run this as a business for yourself, where you can have business partners, where you can have people that you have sponsored, and the system will be rewarding you in real time. You see? So now look at this. You earn $30 because you are a junior broker. You brought someone on board, they sign up with your link. And not only that, as they trade those that you brought on board, the company pays you 20% of their 20%. From the 20% of the company, you will be paid 20% of it. So it is just as simple as that. So now the requirements for you to be a junior broker, can you see that you can, number one, directly invite 20 users. Number two, directly invite and activate 3 junior brokers. It means people who activate with 120 like you did. And reach 20 junior brokers within your team. So if you have 20 people in your team, and then out of these 20, 3 of them are directly linked to you, then you qualify to be promoted immediately to a middle broker. You see how simple that is. Meet one of the 2 conditions to be promoted to middle broker. That is how simple it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is how simple it is. It's either you get 20 people who are directly linked to you, or you have 20, and then out of 23 are directly linked to you. You will then be a middle broker. Now let's check what happens when you are a middle broker. We want to see what happens when you are a middle broker. Please bear with me. Something happened there with my application. So I'm getting to reopen it. I don't know, maybe I'm moving it too much, but it is what it is. I'm trying to enlarge certain views of the system so that you are able to get the information accordingly. I'm on it just in a moment, please. I'm sharing again, and then you will be able to see the page we're at. We're almost done actually with a session. I'm not going to go into detail with other aspects of the ranks, but in total, ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 ranks. The highest is a global partner. And we only have 2 people who are at that rank in Africa, only 2, and both are in Nigeria. And there's only 1 lady in the whole world who is at the highest rank of the system of, okay, let's quickly go, of Royal Q. I'm coming back and then I hope, okay, there we go. So I spoke of, yes, that when you are a middle broker, you can check. Let me just quickly try and search here to show you. Yes, I want to show you where I'm focusing at. You say, once you become, wow, we're on a senior broker. I don't want this one. I wanted to go to a middle broker first, please. I wanted to go to a middle broker. That is the 2nd rank in the business. Here we go. This is a middle broker. Look at what happens with middle broker. Your benefits are like this. You're no longer earning 40 USDT or $40. I mean, you're no longer earning $30 US. You are now earning, as a middle broker, you are now earning 40 US when people sign up with your link, or those who have signed up, when they renew after a year, you will be earning $40 when you are at this rank. So this is beautiful. And then in terms of what is happening in your team, 30% now will be paid to you instead of the previous 20%, simply because you have ranked up. So this is something very powerful. Now look at what happens here. For you to rank up from a middle broker to an advanced broker, these are going to be your requirements. You need to directly, actually what happens is these 2 conditions, you need to either reach one of the 2. If you can't work with other people, for instance, then stick with number 1, where you directly invite 450 users yourself. When you invite 450 users yourself, you will automatically become a advanced broker. You get ranked to the 3rd rank in the business. You see how powerful that is? Simply because Royal Q understands, ladies and gentlemen, that you may not be able to pursue individuals and persuade them and encourage them to build for themselves and all those kind of stuff. Some people don't have time to do that. So if you're not able to work with other people, or you have no leaders in your structure, just continue to share this business with people out there. When you have 450 who are active, you'll automatically be promoted to the 3rd rank, which is advanced broker in the business. Or you need to then work with your structure, with those in your team, have 5 people minimum, so to speak, and have, in that 5, there must be people in the teams of those 5, there must be people who are on a middle broker, 3 of them. And then not only that, your team as a whole must have 100 people. It means when you have 100 people in your team, and in this 100, you have 3 people who are middle brokers in different lines, for instance, and then you have 5 that are directly linked to you, you can simply become pushed or ranked to a higher rank. That is to the 3rd rank, that is an advanced broker. That's how simple it is with a team of 100 people. However, if you're not able to have leaders within your structure, then you need to directly have 450 who are linked to you. That's how simple it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to push nicely with this so that it doesn't actually freeze. So now look at this. From advanced broker, you can go to a senior broker, and as a senior broker, you will be benefiting $60. But let me first explain here what happens on the advanced broker. Look at an advanced broker. You are earning for activation $50. The same 120 that a person activates, today you'll be earning $50 instead of a junior broker that earns $30, simply because you have a team of 100 people in your structure, and then 3 middle brokers and 5 that are directly linked to you. And now you are earning 40% of the company's 20%. See how powerful that is. So this is a massive business opportunity, and there is no limit to what your business partners can trade with or to what you can trade with. In your team, there are those who may trade even with more than 1 million US dollars. It's possible. Now you get also peer reward. Think about that. So you also learn about peer awards. You get 10% of the same person who's at the same rank as you. 10% of what is generated in their team will be paid to you. You'll get to know these things as you rank up. So I don't want to bore you with details of this, but let's quickly go up to a global partner. Look at what happens to the global partner here. Look at global partner. $70 of that $120, it's paid to them when activations are done from direct partners, and 60% of profit sharing, ladies and gentlemen, it's paid to those who are at this level. And then peer rewards is still 10%, and we also have global dividends that gets paid to those who are at the highest rank in the business. So you begin to benefit from even people who are not within your structure, but those according to the company's performance now. Some shares are paid to you accordingly. So this is incredible. It's a great business opportunity. When you build it with focus, it will literally transform your life in ways you never thought possible. So I'm excited about an opportunity of this nature. So start profiting now. You simply need to activate, connect your board, and trade take place. No public holidays. You know, it functions through and through for the whole year. You'll continue to enjoy trading with this great business opportunity. Thank you so much for your time. We are now moving to a Q&A session, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a question, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Feel free, please, to ask. We are here for you. And for the sake of the duration, what we can do is stop recording so that this is not long.